Hey, this is Chuck. Just wanted to go over some of the stuff we use for when we go backpacking. We have a 4 or 5 day trip to Zion, and then we're gonna go hike the Grand Canyon and through Bryce and go to Antelope. So this is just kind of the gear that we're gonna be bringing. First off, our packs are Osprey Exos 58. They're really lightweight packs, but they still have a frame, so I mean they're pretty rigid packs. I'm pretty impressed with them. I like mine. Sarah, we got the same pack, and she's had a little bit of problem with hers, but we may have had too much weight in it. We had like 50 pounds going through the Tetons last time in these, so we're trying to reduce the weight as much as we can this time and see if that does better for her before we get her a new pack. So starting off, we have sleeping bags. We have the Ultra Lamina. These are synthetic synthetic sleeping bags. I got synthetic because my parka is down, so if it got wet and stopped being insulating, at least my sleeping bag was synthetic. So you know, it's kind of a fail-safe there. And these are pretty good. I haven't really got too cold in these. And you can also get a silk liner, you know, if you wanted to. I would say if you get into any extreme winter weather, I would probably go for something like a Marmot Plasma or something like that. But these are fine for, 3-season camping. Our tent, we have the Tarpet Double Rainbow. One big thing to note, and they won't tell you this when you look at their website unless you go into the facts, these need to be treated. We went to Shenandoah not knowing this, and it rained almost every day we were there, and it leaked like a sieve. We came back and we were going to start, calling the manufacturer and, yelling at them, and then we find out that they don't come sealed, so you have to self-seal them. And then they sell the seal kit separately, which I think they should include or at least be really upfront about it. That way you don't end up getting soaked and being miserable for your trip. But other than that, really, really light, really good tent. We've been in some pretty heavy wind, and it hasn't been a factor, so it's been really good. I like it. Sleeping pad, we picked these up from REI garage sale for like 25 or 35 bucks. They're heavy. I want to upgrade this. But for now they'll work. They were cheap. They do the job. They're just an inflatable sleeping pad. Not much to say about those. Trekking poles. Love my trekking poles. These are Black Diamond Alpine Carbon Cords is what they're called. Very, very light. Very, very durable. I've put these through the ringer and they are still very strong. Note though, do not leave these outside of your tent or the squirrels will eat the cork. So, or deer, I'm not sure which one it was, but Sarah got eaten. As far as medical go, of course, Moleskine, that'll save your life. Always have Moleskine. We just picked up an extra pack because we had to get more. But I've tried to lighten this. We got way too much last time, so... And this looks like a lot, but this is a lot less. So just some butterfly bandages, some alcohol prep pads, more Band-Aids, some antibiotics, antiseptic. I get poison ivy really, really bad, so I keep, I forgot what this is called, maybe amoxicillin or something like that, but it's to treat poison ivy. So I keep those on hand. Glacier gel, it's for blisters and burns. Don't know how good it works, never had to use it, hopefully won't have to. I blew out my knee in the Tetons, so we have a lot of ibuprofen, a lot. And if things get way too bad, then I have some Vicodin there, but hopefully I don't have to use that. Anti-diarrhea, it's a good one to have. Some biohazard gloves in case you have to treat some. If the worst happens, you want to have this just... If you stumble upon someone you don't know who they are, you want to be safe about it. So more moleskin, some gauze, and some wraps. So just basic stuff. Afterbite, and I'll probably lighten this some more the more I don't use it, hopefully I don't have to use any of this stuff. But it's nice to have around. Oh, and Claritin. It's allergy medicine. So, get that out of the way. See all this paracord here, and you're like, oh my god, that's so much paracord. But I've literally used all this paracord at the same time on multiple trips. Tetons, we ended up, it was raining at one campground. I wanted to put up the tarp just to make sure, you know, our tent didn't leak, which I don't think it does, but after it leaked so bad, we were kind of precautious about it. So I ended up having to use all this paracord to get the tarp up around the tent. And really, you can never have too much paracord. So I have, these are 12-foot sections, these are 6-foot sections, and then I think this is either 25 or 50 feet. I can't remember what this is, but I keep it all, and I will not sacrifice on this. It's awesome. We got our map, of course. It's always good to have. Survival gear. I just have made a little survival bag here. It's got your bare necessities. I don't have a knife in this one because my knife is giant and I need to get a smaller knife for the trail. But for now, this is what I have. But next trip, I'll definitely have a knife. So compass, this has actually saved us quite a few times from going down the wrong trail. Trail splits, the map doesn't show that there's a split in the map. Okay, where are we at? You know, you look at your compass and figure it out. And if you ever get lost, it'll help you too if it's cloudy or nighttime or, you know, you're in a cave. So we have fishing gear as well, just in case, you know, if you're out in the wild and you don't know what berries to pick, or you don't, you know, at least you can fish. We have backup, whatever these things are called, water things. Got some safety pins just for fun. I use this when you need to hang things from the trees. You wrap your paracord around this, and then this goes on the bag, and you lift it up in the tree. That way you can. It's quick, you know, instead of tying it with paracord. Also, fire steel. This one's really good. I had another one. I got a cheap one at first, and it would not start a fire. So I went ahead and got a high-end one, and this one works really well. And to pair with that, I use cotton balls dipped in Vaseline. These work great. So combination of these two things, you should never need anything else. But just for backup, I have stormproof matches as well. And a little bit of duct tape. Never hurt anything. Haven't had to use it yet, but if you need to patch something, it's there. Jetboil flash is what we're using to cook with. It's a decent stove. I mean, it's done its job, but really not that impressed with it. People gave it really, really good reviews, and I've found that it's kind of a pain to use at some points. Like when it's packed down in my pack, a lot of times this lid will come undone and this crap just goes everywhere. So that's one thing. Another thing is I was trying to, well, you have this cover right here, and it's supposed to, like, when you're cooking something, you'll be able to pick it up by the handle or whatever, you know, so you don't burn your hand when you're cooking. But I found that it's still pretty hot, and also the worst thing about it is I was evaporating all the water out of it. So I kept the heat on and letting the water evaporate out of it, and it actually burned this cover onto it. So around the bottom, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually melted on there from that now, so there's no getting that off. So don't ever try to evaporate the water out of it. Just take a towel or something. So lesson learned. Next we got water supply. So we just have a Camelback water supply. This one we got on a REI garage sale. I think it goes on the outside of your pack, but we're using it inside the pack, and I think it's insulated. But so that works pretty good. We have these Vapor Lock water bottles. Basically, they fold up really small. They're super light, and when you need to clean them, you can always unscrew it. And you know, so These work really well. I mean, I like them a lot. Maybe if you get into, you know, high altitude or whatever, these aren't going to be, you know, they'll probably freeze. But for what we're doing, these are just fine for now. Next, headlamp. Just a basic black diamond headlamp. I think we got this on sale at REI. It was REI. Yeah, so just a headlamp. Just get one that's cheap. Plastic bags one for the inside of your pack there. You can use these as waterproof, basically, instead of buying those expensive covers for your pack to keep the water off. You just use a trash bag. I mean, why pay for it when it's cheap? I have a tarp too. I use it when, you know, for rain, whatever. Or if I just want to set up in the shade, you know, and chill out. So that's what that's for. Poncho, we're still working on the poncho issue. We used a different brand of poncho last time, and I mean, they do their job. Your legs still get wet, your hands still get wet. They're like putting on a plastic bag, really. These are a lot lighter than the last ones we had, so we'll see how these work out with this. Eventually, I'm going to end up getting real rain gear, but it's expensive, so we haven't made that jump yet. As far as water purifying, we use the Sawyer system. So the way I do this, they use it to, or the way it was explained to me, they use this bag accompanied with this bag, and what you do is you plug your hose in, then you let it filter through with this, and then it drains into this bag here. I actually use this as my water bladder instead, and whatever I want to fill up, I just let it trickle straight out of the hose instead of having it go in that bag. I mean, and this works pretty well. I mean, it takes a little bit for it to get flowing once you fill it up with dirty water, and so there is a little bit of a wait time. I don't know what's faster, the pump or this method. Probably the pump, but this does the job, and I mean, you don't really need much more. I pack it up real tight too, so that you know, save space. And then we got our toilet paper, waste bag, cell phone bag, or you know, electronics bag, shovel. I guess you can imagine what that's used for. Deodorant. We bring deodorant. Yeah, I know. I guess I could go without it, but you know, you don't want to scare people off in the trail when you meet them. So we have deodorant, sunblock. We're going into basically the desert, so we're bringing sunblock. I'm also going to be wearing a hat that I picked up. I'm going to see how this one works. I don't know, but we got shampoo, and I think this is to wash dishes. It's biodegradable. Mm-hmm. This is toothpaste, floss, whatever, you know, just some hygiene care stuff, and, you know, flushable wipes, so these degrade, but we'll still probably pack them out. You know, we like to pack everything out. So, but anyways, that's most of what we're going to be packing. I mean, other than that, and clothes, and then we'll have to pack our food and all this stuff. So we're going to try to stay under 35 pounds, not 50 pounds this time. So we'll see how it works. Thanks for watching.